Hello there. I'm Jodie Bentley, actor, producer, speaker, and teacher. And as an actor, I play women that are ambitious, determined, obsessed, and myopic to the extreme. As a producer, I tell stories that raise consciousness. And as a teacher and speaker, I talk about bravery in business. And bravery in business in terms of acting business, the business of entertainment, business for creatives, and the business of life. And to me, bravery is the obsessed desire to authentically live your vision for your life and career without compromise. Hello, Marg. Thank you for joining me today. All right, so here is my Bravery in Business episode 11. God, I wrote episode 11 and now I am wondering if that is the correct number. I didn't double check that. Feeling a little under the weather today, actually. I was supposed to do this Facebook Live a few hours ago, but here I am. Here we are. Because even when one doesn't feel well, one gets to be brave. Because bravery is a choice, which is what I keep saying. Wonderful. All right. So today we are going to talk about listening. Hello, Heather. Yay. Nice to see you. It's very nice to see you. I'm glad that you are joining me today because I'm a little under the weather. Okay. But guess what? It's not about me. It's about the topic, which the topic we get to make not about ourselves, which is listening. All right. So yesterday I posted, do you really listen or simply wait to speak? All right, so let's see what some of you had said. A lot of jokes about the listening. That was pretty funny. A lot of people said depends on how boring or uncomfortable the conversation is. Yes, a lot more jokes. Guilty of waiting sometimes, waiting to speak. Other times I listen well. Only if I can relate to what others are saying. That's what John said. Niall said it all depends on who is talking. Oh, hello, Kevin. How are you? Nice to see ya. Nice to see you seeing me. Maybe? Okay. Well, hello. Welcome. Warren said depends on who is doing the talking. Yeah, there was just a lot of it depends on who I'm talking with. Again, from Krista. Okay, so the gist of that post was really people saying, oh, thank you. Thank you, Heather. She said I still look gorgeous even though I don't feel well. Thank you, I appreciate that. So the gist of the post that people said, which I found fascinating, was do you listen or wait to speak, was depends on who is talking, depends on what they're saying, and depends on if I'm interested. Well, isn't that fascinating? So it's really all about you. Huh. And I'm being facetious and I'm poking fun because we are all guilty of this. And I'm not talking about listening as that I am the expert and I listen 100,000,000% all the time, because I don't either. It's human nature to zone out when it's something that doesn't interest us. But how is that truly connecting? How is that being truly intimate with someone? And how is that building a relationship in business at all if you're not really present? Hello, Christian. Thank you for joining. Hello, Christopher. Thank you for joining. Thanks, Christian. I appreciate it. I'll be fine. Just feeling under the weather. I just want pity right now. Can I just get pity? No. Okay. That's not brave. But I'm being vulnerable. I'm letting you know. Okay. All right. So let's talk about this listening thing, because listening is a powerful tool that we don't always utilize because we are stuck in our own minds, in our own egos, assessing a situation as opposed to being really connected in a situation. Because let me ask you this. Can you feel when someone is really not listening to you? Yeah, of course you can. It's an energy exchange. So we feel this all the time. You ever go to networking events and you're chatting with someone and you're sharing, you're being vulnerable, you're explaining who you are and what you do and why, and you can just like feel like them, looking over your shoulder, looking to who are they going to speak to next. That feels terrible. Now let's flip that and say, how many times have you done that to someone else? Now, this doesn't make you a bad person. This just says, okay, how can I be aware of this? Because if you are choosing to speak to someone, but you're not really listening, then why are you even speaking to them to begin with? And we tend to put blame on the other person. Going, well, they weren't interesting enough. They didn't say things that I could relate to. Well, did you ask questions? Were you engaged? Did you direct a conversation to a place where you feel like you could have become more engaged and listened with more intent? Because it is brave to actually listen and to really hear someone and take them in, not for what even they're saying at face value, not even for their words, but to really listen to even the emotional content of what that person is saying, to the subtext of what that person is saying, to actually listen and experience someone for all of who they are, not just for the words coming out of their mouth. And here is I don't want to say issue. The issue with listening. We listen. Okay, well, we see the world, and I'm including myself in this, we see the world through our own filters. We all have filters based on our past experiences, the way we were brought up, our traumas, our loves, all of it. We see the world through our own filter, which is probably another video I want to talk about, because what is truth? Because I'm experiencing the world through my truth, you're experiencing the world through your truth, but that is really through my filter that I'm seeing things, and you're seeing things through your filter. This is why we can have two groups of people looking at one man in political power and feeling very different ways about them and that individual, because we're seeing things through our own filter. And there's no truth. It's how we're perceiving things. Well, there is some truth, but I don't want to get too political. Okay, but you get my point. But we are experiencing life through our own filter. And I think this is what causes a disconnect in listening, is when people tend to listen to each other, we are listening through our own filters. So I'm not really taking you in 100% or seeing you or hearing you at your face value and your own emotional life. I'm seeing it through my own. And is that listening? So one thing I'm going to urge you to do to be brave in terms of listening, because look, we all want to be seen and heard. That's why a lot of us become creatives, write books, become actors, direct, to tell stories, to be seen and heard. And if that true connection is being seen and heard, how can we maximize this for ourselves? How can you allow others to be seen and heard, and how can you yourself be seen and heard? So if we know that, and we know that we all see things through our own filter, I urge you to meet someone on their own terms. Oh my God, Parissa joined? Oh my Lord. Hi, lady. I can't believe you're watching my Facebook Live. You just gave me energy because I'm not feeling well, but I'm still showing up and being brave. Parissa Barani, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, everyone say hello. Okay. So here's what I urge you to do, because here's what bravery, thanks Parissa. Oh, hello Mimi. Oh, I'm so glad you're joining too. Hello. And Karen, why are you all joining when I don't feel well? Okay, this is great because you're all going to give me support and love. I love it. I love it so much. Okay, so here's what I urge you to do to be brave in your listening and not just wait to talk. I urge you to break down your filter. I urge you to remove perceptions, which can sometimes be misconceptions. Oh, Karen, I love you too. Remove those perceptions and misconceptions when you're actually listening to someone. Remove your judgments, remove your filter, and take them in for what they are. Be curious. Meet them where they are and not with all of your own shit. because then you are truly listening. And then you're going to see people actually for who they are and not what you think you know them to be. Because look, we all have friends, we all have colleagues, we all have people that we know that we work with, and then you start to know that person. You go, oh, well, that person's always this way. And whenever I say this, I know they're going to say that, right? So we come with all of these assumptions. But the assumptions cause disconnect and don't allow us to fully be present and connect with someone, because we're like, oh, but they're always going to do this thing, which first of all, always and never doesn't exist. Oh, thank you, Mimi. She's never been able to catch these, and here she is. Thank you. Oh, thank you for saying I'm an inspiration, because I don't feel well. I'm going to keep saying that. All right. Anyway, so can you approach someone without your own filter and your own assumptions on them? And just try that. Just try it. Try it with your lover. Try it with your partner. Try it with your best friend, because these people are the closest people to us, and we tend to see them through certain eyes, and we have certain expectations. But what if you removed those expectations and just listened, just heard them for who they were? I guarantee you there will be a lightness, there will be a playfulness, and there will be a curiosity there that doesn't normally exist. And that's brave. And that is also not waiting to talk. That is being present with intent and living in the space of, well, I don't know what they're going to say. I don't know how they're going to feel. Because when you listen, just notice, are you listening and waiting to talk? Are you listening and waiting to fix something? Are you listening and waiting to defend your point? Or are you listening and always then just trying to convince someone of your own POV? Or are you listening and going, I know that, I know that, I know that. Well, I know. Because that I know in the moment is really you resisting something. And what are you resisting in that I know? Are you resisting connection? Are you resisting change? Are you resisting intimacy? What are you resisting if you're waiting when someone's talking and you're going, well, I know that, I know that, I know that. What is that? Be present with intent. Yes, thank you for putting that in quotes, Karen. I said that. Let's tweet it. Let's do this. Listen with caring curiosity. Thank you. Oh, Karen's just like quoting me. I love it. Yes, put that out there. I love it. But does this make sense, what I'm talking about? Because we tend... Oh, life goes by so quickly. The day is full of so many things, and I don't feel we are present for most of it. I know that I'm not. So I'm urging you on your journey of bravery to listen with intent, to listen with curiosity, to listen with your heart and emotional being and not just your mind. Because a lot of times the mind is our ego taking over. Going, well, yeah, but okay, I know this, what are they saying? And just waiting to talk. So can you shift your listening? Can you shift your listening to listen with your heart and not your mind? Can you shift your listening to listen with your whole being and listen without expectation? Because again, that's bravery. So yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about today, and just have you think about how you listen, why you listen, and how you can shift that in the future and not just blame the other person that you're not fully listening because what they say is not interesting. Well, then just go talk to somebody else and don't waste your time. Or be the bigger person and find a way in. Be that bigger person and find a merge. Be that bigger person and be curious and practice your listening skills. Because in order to get where you want to go in this career that you have chosen, whatever creative career that is, you get to listen to people. Because in the audition room, guess what? It's not about me. It's about the reader. I get to listen to them. It's not about me. It's about the notes the casting director is giving me or what the director wants. I get to listen to them. When I'm coaching, it's not about me. It's about what my client needs and how I can be of service to them. And with my colleagues in this business, It's not about me proving that I'm right or surrounding myself with yes men. It's about having colleagues that will say it like it is, and I get to listen to them and figure out how they tick and how we can work best together. So listening, if you can truly master listening, you can truly master your relationships and your place in business. So that's what I want to leave you with today. Listen. So when you go home tonight, or you are home already if you're on the East Coast, listen with intent to your family, to your husband, to your wife, to your friend, and feel that shift in you and how that shifts others. All right, perfect. That's all I wanted to say today. All right, I'm going to go take care of myself. Ugh. So follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Sign up for my newsletter at jodibentley.com. And I urge you to be brave and listen. Until next time. All right, bye. Ow, I always do that. I missed the button. Okay, now for real. Bye.